It's Week 4 of the National Football League, and center stage belongs to Matthew Stafford. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Ravens and the Bills under the lights on Sunday night.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. You look at this Baltimore defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And how about that last play? Did you see how quickly they got to the ball? Caused a loss of yardage? Yeah, that play shows exactly why their ranking is justified.
And now they're just hoping to see more of that. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Here's Carr. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
And defensively here, it's hard to overlook the fact that this is an offense that's dead last in the NFL in rushing. So this back 7's going to be tested. Heck, might be more of a back 8. No doubt about that. And they surrender the catch here and the first down.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the... There he goes, right side. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And able to get this out to the 25. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. A beautiful spin and room to run. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Now Carr going left on the option. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. When you look at this defense, they currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
And I've loved watching this unit on tape because throughout this season, I've seen them do all the right things. They're about as talented a group as I've seen, and they know how to stop the run.
Here now a third down and 8. Throwing now is Carr. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. We're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 catches, 67 yards.
And they've gone to him early in this one. I sense a theme, one that I expect to continue throughout this contest.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
Gano's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
And he did everything possible to rally his team to a win last week, didn't he? What did he throw for?
Over 450 yards.
I mean, that's a pretty phenomenal performance. So, obviously, he and the offense were clicking pretty well. The other 2/3, though, that comes into question. Defense and special teams, they'll need all of them to play better in this one, too.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 8 catches, 126 yards, and a trip to the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that he's off to a hot start here in this first month, and those are the kind of performances you expect to see going forward.
Stafford. And that is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Dietrich Wise running through and dropping him for the sack. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Carr. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. To throw his car. Down to the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Michael Wilson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, and the Bills have taken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Stafford. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The Ravens had 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow. 2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it, and they do so and pick up a first down.
Now Sean McDermott is going to throw out the challenge flag.
Previous play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Throwing is Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 1. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. Second down and a little more than a yard here, as they've got it as we resume action. To the air again, Stafford. That's complete to Jalen Hyatt. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 16. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. To throw is Stafford. Down inside the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line. Now it's Stafford. Works right side into the hands of the tight end Knox. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
McCaffrey will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
Now Carr. Finds Gibbs on the check down. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space, because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Off the option, here's Gibbs. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Derek Nottie makes the tackle. Now it's 2nd and 10. Carr now to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. The offense on third down tonight, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Dawson Knox, 60 yards. And the Ravens are able to move back in front. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Bills getting set to go. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Carr to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a play fake. Carr. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Carr. That one complete. It's Tank Dell. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. 15 yards that time and a Buffalo first. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
Carr gonna throw. And a completion to Wilson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
So it's first and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Carr. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Wan'Dale Robinson.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Bills have taken the lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Gano for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was finished up by a touchdown catch from Wan'Dale Robinson.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Tight end Dawson Knox ready to go again, as is the rest of this offense.
There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
It's complete to Diggs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Back to throw. Stafford.
Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd and 5.
Stafford looks to throw again.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Bills offense and Derek Carr ready for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
Throwing now is Carr.
Finding Hawkinson here on the out route.
And out across midfield down to the 45. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Carr. To the right side and intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. And they will begin in field goal range already as they search for a potential score. After the interception, here's Stafford. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Stafford. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Spencer Rattler, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Next, we head out to check out another game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Josh Allen, a touchdown pass in the victory. And finally, on Monday Night Football, a second straight doubleheader. Titans-Dolphins at 7:30, followed by the Seahawks and Lions at 8:15. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
2nd down and 4. Jefferson going to go in motion right. And now a fake on the jet sweep, and instead they'll give it to McCaffrey. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again to about the 35, 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bills offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. In motion right, that's Wilson. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. To throw his Carr. Robinson's got it. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. Hand off now to Gibbs. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens' 40-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
That is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
That's complete to Dell. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw, it's Carr. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Now Carr. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Gano's kick is good, and they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they doubled that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
2nd and 7.
Brings us 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Stafford.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford
to the right side and complete to Jefferson.
only able to gain a couple there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Stafford.
He connects with Hyatt.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 30. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Play action. Stafford.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Into the hands of Hendershot.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a game of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
The kick by Sanders is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Bills to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. Got his man, Dell. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. To throw is Stafford. Complete. Jefferson to target. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing is Stafford. His throw incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. McCaffrey running up the middle. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Now it's Stafford. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very solid gain of 27. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Stafford looks to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Sanders' kick is good, and in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10.
And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5. Carr going to throw.
And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides.
Read option. This is Gibbs.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Carr.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Throwing now is Carr.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at him from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
Now Stafford. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
First play of the drive, going for 14 and also going for a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end.
Caught along the left side by Hyatt.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
Stafford now to throw.
He finds his man, Sky Moore.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
But just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches.
Stafford.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
To the air again, Stafford.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. Stafford. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
What a time for a lapse defensively. That turns this game right on its ear. And now, forget about going fast. They might want to take the air out a little bit and force the defense to use some timeouts.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
And this is the time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with the touchdown run to take the lead.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
So Derek Carr in the offense, down by 7, exactly 1 minute remaining. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a 1st down.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Run with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle. Kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Now Carr.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Throwing his Carr. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. And that's not going to help a whole lot. Maybe 4 yards on 1st down. Throw caught by Raymond.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
It all came down to one final jump ball on the Hail Mary, but part of the defense was ready, able to force it to be incomplete. Ball game over.
Look, let's face it, everybody wants to work the ball in closer and take a more high percentage pass to try and tie the game, but the Hail Mary, that's what they had to work with. And now they're just hoping that their jumpers can get up higher and are stronger than the defenders. Not the case in this instance. They end up losing the game.
So for Baltimore, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.